We are at the Canadian Manufacturers and Exporters Association Gala in Winnipeg. BeeMaid Honey is receiving the Pioneer Award, and me, along with some other beekeepers, participated in the promotional type video that accompanies the award. So Sandy and I have been invited to a very high-class association meeting. Flashy, smashy.
Looks pretty fancy.
And the best thing is, I don't have to go up there and talk.
I'm honored to be up here tonight to introduce the next award. Pioneers have courage, vision, creativity, dedication, and persistence. And it is a sweet privilege to present this year's Pioneer Award.
Hello, I'm Guy Shartzi, and I'm the CEO of BeeMaid Honey and the Manitoba Honey Cooperative. With the Manitoba Honey Co-op, we have approximately 130 beekeepers. Our facility is in St. James in Winnipeg, and it's about, right now it's about 65,000 square feet. And we can take in approximately about 10 million pounds of honey in this facility now. Our job basically is to take in honey from our beekeepers and to market it across North America and across the world. The Manitoba Honey Co-op started back in the 30s, so it's been around for a very long time. I believe there's about 18 beekeepers, that sold packages in order to raise $2,600, which was a lot of money back in the 30s, to raise the capital for this organization. So, so those beekeepers that had to invest money in the first place had to be really committed to this organization. They wanted to have one place where they could deliver the honey and pack it and market it. So that was basically the foundation, if you will, into back in the 30s. So the original facility was actually downtown Winnipeg back then, and then in 1955 we moved to this current facility here. So in 2024 we're going to be celebrating 70 years of a BeeMaid company, if you will. So back then, 7 years ago, it wasn't called BeeMaid, but the collaboration between the co-ops started the company, the BeeMaid company, if you will. So, and it started off with basically the Manitoba Honey Co-op, Saskatchewan, and eventually the Alberta Honey Co-op got involved as well. So it's been a good progress over the years, but it's worked out into a very good partnership between now, which is the Manitoba Co-op and the Alberta Honey Co-op for since the early 1970s, and they've worked very well together and have continued to prosper together.
I'm Dwayne Ivan Drinkwater. Been doing bees for 67 years. I started in 56 with 2 beehives, and now we have about 400, give or take. I think the management and the producers take great pride in producing something that's good quality, and they spend a lot of time blending, and they have found markets all over the world. And that makes a real difference.
If the co-op wasn't there, the honey industry would be quite different in Canada. You'd be more, I think you'd be more of a US run situation, whereas with the co-ops we've got our Canadian brand and it's well known. It's been, when you say BeeMaid, everybody knows what BeeMaid is. And that's where it's gained that popularity and people just know.
If you look at other cooperatives right across the continent, they have a lot of trouble as they try to compete against private business, because just the individual nature of decision making and such, it's hard to keep people together like that. And somehow BeeMaid's been able to hold that confidence together and take that huge step forward. And I truly believe that it's because beekeepers hold so much pride in their product, and we just want to have our product represented properly on the shelf. And that's so important to us that we're keeping ourselves together, and we're navigating through some extremely competitive times right now with marketing the product on the shelf, and just the understanding and the guidance from the management itself too is allowing us to not only compete, but to make a huge presence on the retail shelf.
What we're seeing is that more and more people are eating honey all the time. So the grocery store shelves, as far as honey goes, keeps growing. So we want to be part of that growth. We are part of that growth. So this is why we've been invested into a new facility here in Winnipeg. So, and we're looking at moving in around April of this year into this new facility, which is about 127,000 square feet. So it's much larger, so you know, to be able to meet the needs of growth. So what this shows is the confidence that our members have in this organization, the investment that we're putting into the facility here in Winnipeg between the plant and some of the new equipment upgrades we're doing is $25 million. So it's a lot of money, you know, for them to be investing back in the organization, but it shows, you know, the confidence that they have in our ability to continue to grow. And to us, that's very exciting.
We're making a huge step forward by this investment into this new packing plant, and it takes a lot of investment, a lot of commitment. It needs people to be on the same page, and the confidence that's involved to be able to take a step forward as BeeMaid has is quite unique.
And for a company to co-op to survive that long, it's quite notable. You know, there's a lot that come and go, and they've stuck it out. And there's been times where, you know, maybe we weren't too sure, but you can't control the market, but they've strived and they've come through, and we're still here.
For us, you know, as a manufacturer, obviously we're manufacturing. This is where we're getting the award here. But you know, the fact that we are Beekeeper owned, that we're producer owned, is also so important to us that we wanted to make sure that that got captured in who we are, you know, and what we're celebrating today. So it's not just about, you know, the employees, if you will, or the manufacturing. It really has to do with our producers, and they're very proud of this award, and so are we, as you know, as employees of this organization.
So before I start, I just want to say, you know, Winnipeg is a small town, right? So Monique back here, I know Monique because their kids used to go to school together. So, but she's way younger than I am, as you can tell. And a quick story on that, and this is not in my notes, but one time I went to pick up my daughters from school, and got to school. They were actually already on the school bus. So I walked up to the school bus and asked the bus driver, I said, can you ask Maryse and Renelle to get off the bus, please? I'm here to pick them up. So the bus driver turns around and goes, hey, Grandpa's here to pick you up. Telling you that really hurt. But that's what happens when you have gray hair when you're in your 30s. So there's a few people, because obviously it is about the people, and there's a few people I do want to recognize in a room, and I will take most of my speech here, but that's okay. So first I'd like to maybe just mention Yves Garez here, which is our chairman of the board. He's here from, came in all the way from Nipawin, Saskatchewan, so thanks for coming out. So quickly on Yves, I think he had mentioned to me he's been here since the 80s, originally from France, and he's come out here and he's been enjoying beekeeping since then. Then we have Art Bergman, our vice chair from St. Anne, Manitoba. And actually some guys might know his part because he used to be Reeve, I believe, of St. Anne. So he's the one that should actually be up here talking, because boy, can that man talk. So, in a way, good way anyway. So next I have Ted Turnbull, which is chair of the BeeMaid board, so from Elgin, Manitoba. So, and one quick note about Ted is he's second generation as far as shipping to the co-op, and his sons now are taking part of the operation, so they're getting into third generation. So there's a lot of that within our co-op here. And then you have Dion Bacon and his wife Michelle from Kinistino, Saskatchewan. And they're, Dion's telling me today they're third generation shippers to the co-op, but their fifth generation is beekeepers, right? And now his stepson, like their son, is also getting into business as well. And they were talking about the grandkids are also interested, so it's quite interesting. And then we have one of our stars from our video here, or two of our stars. We have Trevor Drinkwater and Tanya, and then Dwayne, his father and mom, Irene, that are here with us. So thanks guys for what you did. At our annual general meeting back in December, we celebrate the fact that Dwayne's been shipping for 65 years to the co-op. That's amazing. And then, so these are also all gentlemen that are on the board. Now, the one gentleman that's not on the board, but is also here with us tonight, with his wife Sandy, is Ian Stepler. And Ian is back here, so he's also in the video. So thanks for doing that for us, Ian, much appreciated. Quick story on Ian, I was in San Diego, in Chile back in September. And, you know, it's one of those dinners, show thing out there. And I'm sitting beside, my wife and I are sitting beside a couple from Michigan. So I mentioned that we're from Manitoba, and she says, "Do you know Ian Stepler?" And I said, "Well, yeah, because Ian has a video channel, or a YouTube channel, right? So he does stuff on beekeeping." And she was so impressed that I knew Ian. I could have told that woman I know George Clooney, and she would have said, yeah, whatever. I'm talking about Ian. So look him up. You'll see him on there. And if you want to learn more about beekeeping, it's a good way to. So there we go. So I'd also like to thank all of our staff. We've got many of our staff that are here tonight. So thank you guys for coming out and supporting us. Very much appreciated. Can't list everybody. It would take too long, but it's good to have everybody here. It's very touching that you guys would all come out. There are two people I do want to mention though. First is Karen Miles, sitting over here. And Karen's been with us since 1992. Okay? It's crazy. And she is the face of our co-op. Okay? So remember, in Tough, she's the person that you would talk to. She's also, part of our bee supplies division as well. So everybody knows Karen when it comes to beekeepers in Manitoba, certainly. And her dad was with our organization from 1972 to 2005, right? Over 30 years as well of service. So it just to show you, right, the type of organization where we are, that the importance of our employees and his family. Now, the other person I do want to mention as well is Dave Baker, our plant manager here, because you see that new building we're putting up. Can you imagine the amount of work that's going into this right now, right? So thank you, Dave. Heartfelt thank you for all the work that you're doing there. You need to be recognized for that, because that is a lot of work. Obviously, there's a lot of other people involved in this as well, but I do want to mention Dave as our plant manager. So, in closing, I was just going through, we have this book that was made about 30 years ago on the history of the co-ops. The co-op's been over for over 80 years. And there was a little article in there that I took out, I'm going to read to you because I thought it was kind of cute. So it reads here, honey industry, as if killing bees were not enough. Crime rears its ugly head in the world of honey. Bee napping, not kidnapping, but bee napping, probably the world's least recognized crime, has become so serious in California that a reward of up to $10,000 are being offered to arrest of these thieves and vandals. Professional bee nappers will pull up to a location at night, load as many as 100 colonies on a truck, and drive to Mexico or other areas where their colonies are fenced for 50 cents on the dollar. The reason for this crime is, of course, inflation, which has nearly trebled the price of bee colonies. Treble is triple, I guess, in the past decade, and of course the value of honey, which has also increased at the same rate. BeeMaid honey, however, guarantees that our honey is pure, unadulterated, and free of crime. You can depend on BeeMaid honey, so keep that in mind. Thank you.
Congratulations, félicitations, Guy. I can attest to the fact that he is a sweet guy, or should I say Guy, and that of course we all know that the man knows how to create a buzz. So thank you very much.